Hello, welcome back to Jenny's Food Network. Here it's been boiling for the 20-minute time frame already, and you see how purple my soup is? I did add some more water, like about halfway. This is a 7-quart pot, okay? Soup pot, 7 quarts. So I had added some more water halfway. Don't add the water up too much because you need room to add in the tomatoes and the other stuff. I totally forgot to mention that I wanted to make, so I'm gonna cover this back up for now and turn it back up. Okay, so I forgot to mention that I was gonna make ground turkey egg drop soup, because last time I made my first egg drop soup, that was with tofu. Okay, so now I'm using ground turkey. I totally forgot, sorry about that. So ready to cook. So I'm gonna go, it's a 16-ounce portion. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you the easy way to not get big like hamburger chunks type of stuff. So scissor, cut the end of that. Okay, so now you have the end of it opened, okay? Don't tear it all the way out. So I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna turn the heat back up, take this top off. Okay, as you see, it's dark because like I said, I use dark potatoes, okay? This is the last batch of my potatoes so far until Freddie's mom gives me more. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a spoon here, okay, a metal spoon. So I'm gonna take a piece. Instead of using like an ice cream, you can use an ice cream scoop if you like, but I don't have one that's small. So I'm gonna use a spoonful like this and put it in. It almost becomes like little nuggets, you know, little sausage nuggets. So because you don't want to throw the whole thing in because it's gonna start turning into like hamburger meat where it's all stuck together. So this is a great way to do it. So turn the heat back up, let it boil a little more, because this ground turkey here is refrigerated, so it's gonna cool down your pot of soup. So turn the heat back up, let it start boiling a little bit more. As you go, keep them afar from each other, okay? You don't want them to stick together. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. Here we have it. So when I first did this, I would add some water into this pot. At the beginning, I would add water, let it boil, and I would mince my garlic and ginger. Put the minced garlic and ginger as soon as possible, because that will need time to cook the garlic and ginger so it's not too strong in your mouth, you know, so it doesn't burn your mouth too easily. And once you put that in and letting it boil, work on chopping the potatoes if you do want to use potatoes or carrots, because they're much tougher, okay, and tougher to eat. So you need to cook those longer, potatoes and carrots, okay? But this time I'm not using carrots. I'm just using the purple potatoes. And I totally then forgot about like how the ground turkey was sitting in the fridge. I totally forgot, so sorry about that. When you forget something, don't be too hard on yourself, but just be creative. But I'll just add it in later. And tomatoes, they cook very fast. You don't want to put it at the beginning, as I mentioned over and over, because it's going to turn into mesh. It's going to turn into like tomato sauce. And as your soup cools down, your tomatoes are going to get cooked even more. So that's why I said leave the tomatoes at the end, turn off the heat, okay? And when you're ready to eat, garnish with some green kale as a nice topping to add some green color to your soup, which is extremely healthy, full of fiber, tons of nutrients. So this is part of healthy eating. And if you're a meat eater, I highly recommend the ground turkey instead of the ground beef, because beef has that like red color added to it, which is not even a food coloring. It's actually a really harmful chemical that pretty much causes cancer in your body. And also ground meat has added pneumonia in it to clean it. Otherwise you would die eating it because it's full of bacteria. Humans will not be able to fight all the bacteria on that ground beef, so they add pneumonia to clean it out, and then they sell it to you. I mean, do your research, guys. Pull up ground beef chemicals. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm not just making these things up. So if you want to know more information, you pull up more research on your own time. And you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but then FDA still approves it, right? Crazy. Okay, here we go. If you want to eat hamburgers, stick with the ground turkey. All right, I'm turning on high right now, a little extra high, so it can start boiling. See how I'm just dropping it in, keeping it separate? Because now it's starting to boil more now. I turned the heat even higher now. I'm almost done. So here you have it. This is the 16-ounce portion ground turkey. I used all of it. All done. Toss it out. So I'm not even going to stir and mess with it. I'm going to leave it, okay? Because I don't want it to stick, you know, into like hamburger chunks, hamburger meat chunks. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep it like that and watch it and not let it overboil. So it's on high right now. When it boils more rapidly, I'm going to turn it down again. And then when the meat starts to cook more, I'm gonna stir it, then I'm gonna add my seasoning. I love to use my usual vachetta seasoning, and I like to use my fish sauce, the 3 Crab brand, okay? And I'll show you that later. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.